Are you finding that your legs are getting weaker, making everyday activities such as walking or household chores being more cumbersome?
Well, we are actually going to show you some very helpful tricks so you can strengthen your leg muscles in 10 days, and you'll notice a difference on things getting easier. These are some things that I think are very common with people who lift weights a lot, but not for the average person.
No, so let's get into it. So before we get into the exercises, we want to take a little bit of time to explain something that most patients overlook.
And that's the mind-muscle connection. And that's what I was referring to, that you get in tune with your body and get those muscles to work the way you want them to.
So with the mind-muscle connection, you actually want to focus on contracting a muscle you are utilizing. So just a basic example, if I'm going to use my bicep muscle here, its main action is to bend my elbow like this. So if I start focusing on contracting, feeling that bending of the elbow, I'm specifically focusing on feeling this muscle group shorten and then lengthen. And if you put more energy into a specific area, you can actually help something called neural activation, right, Brad?
That's right. So neural activation is the part of the strengthening curve that happens first. Your mind and the nerves that connect to the muscle become more efficient, and you'll feel that strength gain quite rapidly within the first 10 days. And that's why we want to focus on that. Then you continue to actually get some hypertrophy, or the muscle starts to grow after that phase.
Once you get into this, you'll have better control of the muscle you are trying to develop. So in this video, we're going to focus on legs. If you get better engagement with that muscle group, recruiting the correct muscles, they're going to grow like Brad said, but you're also not going to use as much momentum, which is common for new people, or if even a weight is too heavy, you'll oftentimes see, just for bicep curls again, people swaying. I'm not getting as much muscle activation. We want to control that muscle force output.
Okay, let's show them, and then it'll be clear to them.
Clear as mud.
Okay, we're going to focus on 3 different exercises that work on the legs. We're going to do the quad muscles here, hip abductors, which help stabilize you when you walk, and then, of course, the glutes, which propel you forward, as well as up and down steps, for example. Now, Mike's going to show, and we're going to actually implement some of the things that allow the neural part of the equation to become more evident.
So the first one, we're just going to focus on quads, get in some sort of long sitting position. You could possibly do this seated too, but what I'm going to do is take a pillow, fold it up, and I'm going to put it under my knee here. Your back position will be due to comfort, whatever works for you. If you have to lean back more, that's fine. If you can come more upright, you'll get a little more stretch. All I'm going to do is keep my heel down and push the back of my knee into the pillow here. What I'm focusing on is engaging my quad muscles. These are your front big thigh muscles. There's 4 of them. As I push down, I'm imagining that muscle engaging. I'm going to hold this for 3 to 5 seconds each time. And I'm going to try to do 10 repetitions. Again, just try to focus on those quads, engaging right, holding, breathing, and relaxing.
And you should feel those quads when you're pushing down. You'll probably feel those muscles start to fatigue and maybe burn a little bit. So you're starting to develop that connection with your mind. The other thing you can do is what I call getting some bio or from some tactical feedback. You can take one hand, put it on the muscle, and when you push down, feel that muscle contract, and you can squeeze it a little bit, and that will also help that muscle to contract more. Just getting that connection from the mind to the muscle very much in tune, and that's where that strength can develop more than you'll think if you haven't done this type of thing before. The other thing that I like to do is have people in a couch so you can lean up against the shoulder or the armrest of the couch. It can be a little more comfortable if you're starting this.
Also, it's important to work both legs, obviously, and this exercise is pretty safe for people that are older. Maybe you have some arthritis or knee pain. This is a good, safe exercise that won't add a lot of force impact.
Yeah, nice. Good, good. Let's go to number 2, the hip abductors. Cut. Hip abductors, the muscles on the side. We're going to show you 2 options. The easier way to do it is in a seated chair. Use a firm chair that you can sit up tall in. Armrest can be helpful. And we're going to actually just bring the knees apart. For resistance, you can just use your hands, push on your knees and then resist that motion. So you're actually getting a little arm and shoulder strength along with it. Push and back in and resist. Now, the other thing you can do is if you happen to have any bands around the house for other exercises, use them here. I like to just bring them across like this and squeeze them together and work that like that. And again, 10 repetitions, go out as far as you can. And again, remember, slow and slow back together. It's not here, and it's good, meaningful motion. The more advanced method is what Mike is doing in sideline.
I'm not just napping over here, so I'm going to work my right hip abductor. I'm going to actually kick it up towards the ceiling like this. My spine is in a nice straight line here. It's probably hard to tell from that camera angle, but don't be too far forward or too far back. My bottom leg is bent. It just helps you stabilize a little more. You could certainly keep it straight if you want, but this keeps me nice and stabilized. I'm going to kick up as high as I comfortably can. Notice my foot is forward. I'm not rotating out. I'm going to hold it here for a second or two, come back down slow and controlled. Try to work up to 10 repetitions. If you're really weak in the hip muscles, this may be challenging for you. It's not something we isolate quite often. You should feel the muscle contraction on your outer hip and your buttocks muscle a little bit as you go up and then come back down. We don't want this. This is not good mind-muscle connection. Obviously, to work the other side, you're going to have to rotate. I can't really show that right now because my mic will go right into the pillow.
So the other thing that common mistakes that I've had with people is they'll allow their leg to go forward like that and go up and down. That's not what you want. Keep it back. So when you look down, you might be able to just see your toes and the rest of the leg is actually in line so you can't see it. Not here, but here. Up and down. Not this. Toe.
I feel like you're pulling my leg.
All right, let's go on to the next one. We'll be serious. The next one, the glute maximus, the muscles in your butt that I talked about really doing some work for you. Mike's going to show an exercise you can do on your back. You can do it on your bed, but it's probably best on a carpeted floor. Sometimes your feet have a tendency to slide on the bed, so wear shoes and, make sure they're clean.
So you want to start in a bent knee position like this. Now, what you want to think about before you even do a bridge exercise is activating the glutes. You could start that by doing a butt squeeze. You could see my pelvis is lifting a little bit. I'm squeezing my buttock. If you're really new to this and you can't lift your butt up off the mat like this, you can certainly put your hands down on the floor like this, squeeze those glutes, then come up, try to hold for a few seconds, maybe 3 to 5 seconds, come back down slow and controlled. We're not just thrusting into the air like this. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Feel those glutes activating. Drop back down. Try to shoot for 10 repetitions of this if possible. If you need to start with 5, that's perfectly acceptable. This becomes easy. You can put your arms up here. This will make it a little more challenging. If you're really advanced and this all seems really easy, you can certainly progress to doing this on one leg. This definitely makes it a lot more challenging.
Yeah, that is more the advanced one. All right, nice job, Mike. All right, for these exercises, I encourage you to go through all of them. And once you get a feel for them, you'll find and actually make a mental note or write it down how many repetitions you can do comfortably. You'll find within 10 days, if you work them every day, maybe 5 to 6 days a week, so you take 1 or 2 days off, you're going to notice a difference, and a significant difference in 10 days when you get your mind and those muscles working together.
Now, if you want to check out more videos on how to strengthen your legs, you can click the video links on the screen. Again, this one is targeted towards seniors, leg progression strength in 2 weeks. It has different exercises than what we showed in this video.
Well, of course they want more knowledge. They want more. They will definitely look into this. It's a really nice video. It's more advanced.
More.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.